Oh,
All right.
Something 9, something
Nice.
something
I
high
don't-
schoolers.
I'm not sure why we should be live.
Oh, you're live.
Hello,
Yeah, you're live.
See
everybody.
us on Twitch.
You're live.
Hopefully the actual thing is live because I'm still showing the stupid song playing.
No, I have our Twitch stream up.
Hello.
We're going.
Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know why it's still going.
Oh, hi, Mark.
The screen is or the song is still playing in the
Josie,
background, but I
welcome
don't
to
think
the
it's
party.
playing on. Hey, Crow, can you confirm for us whether or not the song is still playing? I don't think it is, but I think I actually muted it.
We are alive. Thank
We
you
are
for
alive. Thank you, Tiefla
Oh, yeah.
Brax. What's up?
On the
City
outside.
Phoenix. Yep, no, just us.
On
Okay,
the
cool.
outside, we've been dead for years.
All right, perfectamundo.
Hey, Flip. What's up?
So I think we're good to go. Yeah, let's do this thing. Let me pull up all my notes. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy St. Patrick's Eve.
Top of the bottom of it to you.
That's a thing, I think. All right, let's get rolling here. Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. This is Case 13, Iris. Boing. I am Jeremy, keeper of arcane lore, and we play Call of Cthulhu, a role-playing game filled with cosmic horror, existential dread, and cell phones that never seem to have any signal, particularly when you desperately need to call for help. Huh. Strange. Strange. Your investigators of the unknown are Gabe as Roy.
Wait, can you come back to me?
Matt as Rocky.
Oh, goody. Here I go killing again.
And Brian as Pippa.
I think it's Gabe's turn.
I see what you did there. A little badminton. Well, welcome back, players. How's everybody after our 3-week break or 2-week break or whatever the heck it was?
Totally juiced and ready to go. Let's do this.
You can't say that.
He's been juicing for years.
Look, with the gas prices the way they are, it's just cheaper for me to buy cocaine and run everywhere, okay?
That's true.
It's
Gives you the
legit.
runs, though.
Get you around.
Yeah, no, I use that for a little extra speed boost.
Leaves a grease trail.
Oh. Shazowie.
Oh,
No, I
it's
have a
like,
flap in the
oh!
back that I let down whenever.
Don't ever say flap in the back again.
Right? Let's
All
talk
right.
about pancakes.
Listeners, if you would like to write us a love note or hate mail, send us a letter from beyond on our website at lovecrafttapes.com. We don't have any letters tonight. This has been like a letterless case. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but no letters for us tonight. But also a gentle reminder that if you would like to chat with us in real time, join our Discord server at discord.lovecrafttapes.com today, and maybe, just maybe, Justin will draw you like one of his French girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this.
A question from the audience, Jeremy.
Yes.
Phoenix wants to know how you feel about ambiguous postage.
I love it. I like to lick them stamps. You know what I'm saying? All right. This show is brought to you in part by our generous fans and supporters on patreon.com/lovecrafttapes. And I'll be damned if I can remember.
What's the other part brought to us by?
If we read these. I think we do. Yeah, I'm going to zip these off because I'm pretty sure we do.
Caught in the zipper.
Introducing people chips. Here we go. They're made of people. So thank you to Jordy Rose, Barry Robeson, Atulia, Brittany Davis, I always got to hit that T. Elizabeth Grieve, Chris Parker, Brownie Davis, Yasmin Amber, Kyle Sherman, Jefferson Bell, Huge Pie, Eric Zane, Oldo Polkert, Mitchell, Lobster Johnson, Frank Delventhal. Boy, I really mangled that one. Frank Delventhal, Amanda Power, Daniel Hissey, Eric Phillips, Malambra 57, Snow, Wouter Vermeyen, Daniel Caprone, John Imray, Dom Driver, John May, Beefcake, Christopher Woods, Phil Dickinson, Robert Jameson, Boston Harbor Horror, Eric Setterberg, John Scarcella, Flix Capacitator, Yogg, Ripley Iwan, Just Mall, Davinia Von Zarevich, Liz Moonberry, Stephen Gregory, The Frilled Shark, Sheldon Warner, Chainsaw Unicorn, Captain Vashton, Peter VDB, A.E. Jonesy, Marty Dixon, James Brown, Andrew Petty, Gregory Schmucker, Ineptus the Stardust, Shane Stoley, Ruined Ashes, Brindle Stubbs, Matthew, Rolling Boxcars, Horst Draper, love that name, Manic B Media, Jeffrey Young, Kevin C. Bifford, Botran, Hoser _21, Prophet of Woe, Casper Rybeck, Alexandra Kroska, Holden Omans, Syke Sin, Tien Tai, AJ Ake, Phil Campbell, Justin Levesque, Nicholas Hutto, David Winterman, John Konopasek, Kevin G., Mick Cope, Robert Lamb, Puddle Time, Phoenix Black, Jehovah's Thickness, Steve
Hey.
L., J.R., Tomas, Harold, Benjamin Webb King, Seraton Wizard of Isinglass, and Jack DeSlip. Appreciate that, guys. We got a nice long list there. That was 88 patrons.
Damn, we
I
can
I
go
know,
to the
man.
future.
Jehovah's Thickness just gets me every time.
It gets you
I
right,
love it.
right in the old thickness, huh?
It's just like
Lovely. Well, thank you, guys. Appreciate all that support. But, guys, before we begin, we do need to take a quick commercial break. All right, let's roll some D. I got a 56.
37.
17.
Come on, Matt, do it the different way. You did it
All
the
right,
same
Matt is selling to Gabe. There's a shock.
way. Yeah. No, I want to see the shock. Let's do it.
The shocker. Take it away, guys.
hey you.
Me?
Yeah. I'm talking to you. Just you.
Okay.
Not the two doubles standing to your left and right. Just you, the one in the middle.
I'll tell them to scram.
So you ever worried that people stand too close? They like crowd in and they just it's not nice. They're too close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I told them to scram.
Yeah. You ever tell them to scram and they just kind of look at you funny and then they don't move?
I feel like you're describing what just happened.
I might be. That's how sales works. Okay.
Okay.
So you want something that'll definitely motivate them a bit to scram.
Yes.
All right, I got this little beauty here. I call it the shocker. See, all you gotta do is you take the shiny end and you stick it right on them, and you get 20,000 volts. That's enough to make anybody scram.
That's much more than the cattle prod I usually use.
Exactly. See, people use too many cattle prods. Everyone's used to it. That's why you go for the shocker. No one ever sees it when it's nobody sees the shocker coming.
It is pretty concealable. I mean, it's like massive, but I could find a way to conceal it.
Yeah, ready? No, just for you. See, I wrote not the shocker on the side. That way, when people look at it, they'll see that and they'll go, "Oh, that's definitely not a shocker," because it says so right there.
And
And
you're
then,
right.
Bam, you hit them with the shocker.
Anyone I would want to shock is probably not smart enough to be able to read that.
Yeah, that's the idea. You tell them it isn't one thing and then it is another thing, and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You hit them with the shocker, and 20,000 volts is enough to involuntarily contract any muscle you could possibly want.
All right, you've pretty much sold me.
All right, so all you got to do to get the shocker is you have to withstand me hitting you with the shocker. That's how it works. It's a gladiator kind of thing.
I shock myself for fun.
Clip.
All right, ready. Where do you want it? I can anywhere in the. I can go anywhere. Where do you want it?
Surprise me. I'm gonna spin in circles and then you just jam it in there.
All right, ready. We're going in 3, 2. Just kidding. Right now.
I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of a weak shock.
It really is. It works. Trust me. I just had to use it on a couple of homeless people on the way here.
You said this was a 200,000 volt thing, right?
Oh yeah, 2 million volts. Like I said.
Usually I only go for 150 volts myself, but
Nah. See, you gotta step your game up, son. You go for the 20 million volts.
Okay, I'll take the 2 billion volt shocker.
All right, 2 trillion volt shocker. Here you go, kid. If anybody asks, you didn't get it from me.
I don't even know who you are.
Back into the shadows. I wasn't here.
And we're back. What'd you guys think of that product and or service?
I thought it was a wham bam product.
I was really shocked at the quality of that advertisement.
It was really good.
Well, according to my doctor, I have to take that product and or service rectally 3 times a day. I'll admit, it's not ideal, but she assured me that I'll never get any buns in the oven. Though, it does feel like I have an oven in the buns. So much burning.
Puffy.
How's that for synchronicity? I wrote that days ago.
That's funny.
All right,
That's why we
guys.
follow the script, guys.
That's
That's
it.
why
It's
we
all a
follow
script.
the
It's all fake. All right, before we venture forward, guys, we do need to briefly review your Diary of the Dead. So let's take a quick
Diarrhea.
peek at that.
Commercial break. Oh,
Biggity, biggity, boom, boom. Yeah, so let's see if there's anything new here that we need to discuss. I did see a couple interesting things. Let's go back to your objectives and questions, the main things that you're trying to answer.
yeah.
The first one is, what is the artifact? Do we have any clues now what the artifact might be?
I have a theory, but
Mhm.
this is just something I've thought about over listening to a couple of the podcasts over this past week. I've re-listened to a couple episodes. I'm wondering if it's a way to get into the alternate dimension, into the paintings.
Gotcha.
Like
some
a
sort
key.
of key.
Like a key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys think of that?
Why would it be so important otherwise if it's just like art?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not that art's not important, but you understand what I'm saying. It's got to be. It's got to hold more significance.
I was
Yeah, it's
also
like-
thinking that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but how
Especially
would it?
since we're spelunking. Urban spelunking.
Oh,
Is that what the kids are calling it nowadays?
I like it.
What do you think, Matt? Do you like that theory or not? Or is it something else?
He hates it.
He doesn't even know what theories
It's
are.
the worst theory I've ever heard.
You're
Worst gamer ever.
You're the
I
worst
quit.
theory I've ever heard.
What do you think, Matt? What else would it be
I
for?
don't know.
The sconces?
Clearly, the answer is the sconces. That's
I tried to turn every one of them. Nothing happened. Damn it,
No, you missed the one. You missed that one.
Luan.
So we have another
Correct.
question here. Is Charles hiding out in New York City somewhere? I think, Matt, you have Rocky has the answer to that, doesn't he?
Ooh,
kind of. I mean, I guess it depends on how you define hide out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I literally had the artist was like, "Oh yeah, no, he's here. Here's how you get there." But then I had those 3 rolls at the end where I realized that I was basically being led into some sort of ambush. So I don't think he's actually there. I think wherever he is or whatever's going on, we're getting close, and they're trying to get rid of us.
Mm-hmm.
Because whatever's going on, they're directly related to, and they don't want it exposed.
are they gonna fit us for a new suit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to fit you with the shocker. Any theories on the big gray dog?
Ooh,
Lots of interesting
I've been thinking
activity
about that chew.
that.
About that chew.
Mhm.
About that choo.
Because I believe it was
I'm
all about
Roy
that bass.
who powwowed with Loliola about she found the corpse
Oh, the
of
officer.
the dog, which had human bite marks on it.
Right. I have a theory it might be Choo Choo.
Okay.
And he did not like that's his wife's dog.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
got sick of it
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted it gone.
So he ate it. He dressed up like a big gray dog and ate it.
His freaking name is Choo Choo. Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Oh, I just thought he liked trains.
Oh, yeah, I'm wrong.
Totally wrong.
Judge everybody by their name.
All right. Well, I can promise you that some of these questions will be answered right now.
Oh.
right now?
Right
Who
now.
did it, Jeremy?
Can
Tell
we
me.
pick which questions you answer?
Oh shoot,
right
my
now?
power's going out.
Now, dear investigators, we play Case 13, Tape 9. Tuber or not tuber? Previously on the Lovecraft tapes. Our hapless heroes forego their usual leisurely prep brunch for a quick roundtable chat session at a local NYC cafe before springing into action. Rocky ventures forth to Soho, where he engages in a battle of wits against the cunning Marigold Odabrati, but ultimately leaves penniless. Roy and Pippa go deep underground to converse with Choo Choo McGee, who happily leads them into a network of disused subway tunnels and, perhaps, straight into the lair of the Grey Dog Man. Jinkies! Will this band of three be whittled down by sinister forces? Or will they prevail over evil and complete their quest to find Charles Blaine? Rocky, your analytical mind is spinning after your encounter with Marigold Odabrati. Standing outside DBRT studio, you look down at the strange, gold-embossed subway ticket in your hand. It is engraved with mystical sigils and, most likely, some sort of RFID chip. She claimed it would cause the last northbound Green Line train of the night to stop at a precise spot along the route, whereupon the bearer can disembark and proceed 50 yards to a single unmarked door where Charles Blaine was hiding out. But your keen senses told you she was being only partially honest, and you had no doubt something nasty awaited anyone who took that subterranean trip. This wasn't just a ticket to the abandoned 76th Street station. No, this was a one-way pass to the end of the line. So what now? She expects you back with the artifact, which you're quite certain is reposing under Roy's mattress back at the hotel. What's that beeping sound? Do you guys hear that?
Someone's smoke alarm, it sounds like. Fire!
Is that on your side, Gabe? Or
I don't know. I didn't hear it, which means probably.
That's true if it's going through his mic and he's got noise-canceling headphones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a battery in a smoke detector. Let me make sure it's not on my side.
Beep.
Yeah. It's on one of your guys' sides. Just
Bastard.
might want to take care of that before the next time.
I don't think.
Yeah,
I just heard it. Matt goes, I don't think. Squirrel.
Not on my end because it didn't show up on the waveform on my recording. And if you guys heard it too, then obviously it's going through the microphone, so it would show.
Yep. Okay. Well, we'll find out next time.
Thanks for
Any-
coming, guys. Another
Anywho,
episode.
Rocky, balls in your court.
First thing I want to do is see if I can't locate ye oldie CD pawn shop, because clearly I'm walking into something and I want to be fully armed and prepared.
Okay. So that beeping sound. Yeah, everybody can hear it on this chat too.
Beep.
All right, everybody let's take 5 seconds here. Take your earphones off and try to find it. All you have to do is basically take the battery out of the smoke detector. That should stop it. All right, we'll do a pause here for a minute, guys. Well, Gabe investigates.
Did
We'll
you
do a
guys see the game
pause.
last night?
Which game? I played a couple.
Shut up! I'm a man.
I'm a man, baby.
So,
Okay,
sports.
so we can proceed actually with you, Matt,
If
because I don't pick up his beeping
if
on
Rocky
your
does stuff.
channel. So Rocky, you said you want to go. You're looking around for a pawn shop to do what?
I know at this point that I'm walking into something, so I want to be armed and prepared. So I'm looking for a place that will more likely than not be willing to kind of very under the table get me a gun without me having to fill out the paperwork or
Okay.
go through any kind of waiting period, because I'm on a very short clock. I have until the last Green Line train tonight to be in position and ready to go.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick peek at your character sheet here, and I show a 32 revolver.
Oh, that was from. I don't actually have it in my inventory though. That's just from the last time I had a gun. I just haven't.
Okay, so you
I don't know how
have
to
a
like
gun
delete
currently?
rows.
Yeah,
No.
we could just get rid of it, just like that.
Oh, there goes your character sheet. Sorry.
Yep. Okay, so I did peek at that previously, and I saw that 32 revolver, and I thought, okay, he's good to go.
Yeah.
But so yeah, you want to try to find a piece. Why don't you make an intelligence roll first?
I mean, look, there it is. No, I'm just kidding. I needed a 60. I rolled a 31. That is a success.
So as you are noodling all this stuff in your brain and trying to figure out whether or not you might be able to acquire a firearm, you know that you're probably not going to find one within the next hour. And you are quite certain, based on your description or your suspicion of Madame Odebrati and her expectation that you'll return with the artifact, that the artifact is probably at risk at this point. She clearly wants it, and she's not up to any
Perfectly
good.
safe in the bed.
So it's up to you if you want to spend some time trying to track down a firearm. But you have your doubts that by the time you get back to the hotel after that the artifact will be in your possession anymore.
So I need to go back and get it, and then I need to go looking for a weapon.
It doesn't have to be a gun.
Yeah, I just want
You're proficient in a
something.
lot. So,
Well, I mean, my
artifact.
handguns are way above my brawl.
No, I know.
I'd
I'm just
prefer to
saying.
have, but
Yeah.
I mean, something is better than nothing, honestly, at this point.
Get infected throwing knives. You'll be fine.
So yeah,
What is this, dying lightning?
it's totally up to you what you would like to do. But I just wanted to you roll the intelligence check, so that's the hunch you're getting. Your spidey senses are tingling for sure.
So first thing I'm going to do in that case is because I mentioned that it was back at the hotel when I was talking to her, didn't I? Fuck. Rookie mistake.
Under the
I gave her
bed,
what
I
she
think.
So first thing I'm going to do is catch a cab back to the hotel to try and secure the artifact.
Okay. So yeah, you flag down a cab rather easily, a bit hurriedly actually.
Taxi.
Because, yeah, you're kind of like you miss a couple here and there because for some reason traffic is pretty heavy today. And but you managed to flag one down. It's a Prius, so it's not going to go super fast, but it can get you there within 10 minutes. Especially if you slip him like a 20 or something.
Or a Mickey.
I'm going to slide into the car and I'm going to hand him like a
Joe,
$20 bill. And
where are you going, man? What do you want?
Hotel Odebrati, and step on it if you don't mind. And I'm going to
is that
slide
up,
the $20 bill.
Is that up near the Empire State Building there? Oh, traffic's really heavy right now, man. Oh, what? Oh, $20? Well, all right. Yeah, I'll get you there, man. Wait. And he floors it and throws you back in the back seat. And,
Well, I
Well,
mean, it's a
torque at the
Prius, so
beginning.
it's not so much a flooring as it is
It
a
does.
gentle glide
No,
away.
it has torque at the beginning. Then its top speed is 12.
yeah. So he expertly zips through traffic, narrowly missing other cars, squeezing by delivery trucks that have been parked in lanes, and you're quite afraid after a few moments that either this guy has flipped his lid or he knows this city like the back of his hand, and he's just taking every little inch. He's cutting corners. He's going a different route than you would expect he would go. It's not a straight route. He's taking all these back roads. At one point, he actually goes against a one-way street, but it's a real short block, so he just zips through and gets into another lane of traffic.
Nice.
And before you know it, like in 9 minutes, he gets you to Hotel Aldebrati. And there you go, buddy.
Hey, thank you
Yeah,
very
you have a
much.
good day. I got more fares. All right, out.
I'm gonna pile on out, and I'm going to briskly walk into the hotel.
All right. Go ahead and give me a spot hidden.
There it is.
All right.
I needed a 62. I rolled an 11. That's an extreme
Very nice.
success.
So you notice
I see dead
to-
people.
Tomislav is missing from his post at the front desk, which is unusual in the middle of the day. Very strange. There's nobody around.
Free hotel?
Tomislav, you hiding back there? Little too much of the sweet potato.
Sweet potato sauce.
You no.
Yeah, and there's no
Strange.
answer. There's nobody there.
Gonna go and just kind of like peek over the desk.
Looks like it's abandoned. You see basically a cup of coffee, open box of half-finished Junior Mints, his computer, everything.
Is the coffee still warm?
You can't quite tell beyond the plexiglass.
Nope.
Shit. And I'm going to book it down the hallway and up the stairs, taking two at a time.
All right, taking the stairs up to the 6th floor.
Damn.
Yeah, so go ahead and give me a con roll.
I needed a 55. I rolled an 88. That's a fail.
Nice. So yeah, you kind of drag ass that last floor up, but you managed to make it up to the 6th floor. And the first thing you notice is you can see the hallway there. I mean, there's only 10 rooms to either side, so it's a pretty short hallway. You can see the door to Roy's hotel room is open, and there's some shadow play there.
I'm going to stick up against that wall and is trying as silently as I can, just kind of creep right up to the door frame.
Doorknob.
Okay.
Doorknob.
You do so.
Going to take a second to catch my breath, and then I'm going to spin the corner and kind of jump into the room to attempt to surprise whoever is in there. See if I can't throw them off.
Nice. Yeah, so you jump into the entryway, and you clearly see Tomislav with his hands underneath Roy's mattress. And at this stage, I'm going to need Roy to make a luck roll.
Okay. Roy.
Oh God!
Did you keister it?
Nature's
Those
pocket.
aren't my strong suit. I need an 18. I got an 84.
Close.
So
That's a fail.
Tomislav brings out the artifact and clutches it to his chest.
Drop it before I drop you.
No, you don't understand, people. Marigold needs it to protect him. I do not have a choice. They will kill my family back home. Please, tell Rocky I said so long, and thanks for all the cribbish. And he throws himself out the window. Plummets through the glass and down out of sight.
Holy shit.
Oh, not again. And I'm going to spin and start sprinting down the hallway to try and back down the stairs and out to the front.
All right. Go ahead and make a con roll.
I needed a 55. I rolled a 95. That's a failure.
So you make it all the way down to the lobby, and you're sprinting at just top speed, and you trip on your own feet and go sprawling in the middle of the lobby. And as you do so, you can see through the turnstile out onto the walk where Tomislav's body lay flat on its back, blood oozing all over. You see a gray dog creature scurry up, and Tomislav feebly puts the artifact in its hands. It grabs it, hisses at you through the glass, and then scurries away.
No. Balls.
And you hear a voice behind you say, "Oh, are you okay, sir? Let me help
Well,
you
I
up."
was until about 5 minutes ago.
And a middle-aged woman helps you to your feet and brushes you off. And she's like, "Oh, you're staying in 607, was it? I'm Maria."
Yes. Pleasure to meet you, Maria. Yeah, that's why I came running. I heard a loud crash, and
Oh my God, what? Is that Tomislav? And she races out the front door through the turnstile.
oh, this is not my day. I'm going to walk out after her.
And she is already kneeling at the body, beside the body of Tomislav, as he gasps, blood spurting out of his mouth and leaking from contusions in the back of his head, cracked skull. His pelvis is at an unnatural angle. And you can see he's already beginning to fade. But his mouth is moving as if he's trying to say something.
Better. I'm gonna kneel down as best as I can without touching any of the pooling blood, and try and get close.
Hello, my baby.
You better have something good to say, because in your attempt to save your family, you just killed them and everyone else for that matter.
And he looks in your general direction, but clearly his sight is faded. He can only vaguely respond to your words. And his head lifts up, slightly straining from the concrete, brain matter oozing out of the cracks in his skull. And both you and Maria lean close. He gurgles one word. Windflower. And then dies.
Windflower.
Does that mean anything to you? I've
Um,
heard it.
Nothing to me. Does it sound familiar to you at all? It's a strange thing to make one's last word, unless it was important somehow.
Well, I can't be certain. But I've heard the name before. Charles said it once.
Well, this doesn't work for any of us. Question is, where is it going?
I think I might have an idea. Where is Pippa right now?
And that's when we're going to pivot the camera.
Actually, yes. Let's do that.
Jump cut. Roblox.
Roy and Pippa.
Rosebud.
You stand very still in the subway tunnel, listening to the last echoes of that haunting howl and unnerving laughter fade away, swallowed by the darkness. Now, something is approaching very quickly from the gloom. Claws on gravel syncopate with snuffling grunts. Your flashlight beams crisscross in every direction, unable to pinpoint any movement. Soon, the thing will be upon you, but thanks to the way sound bounces off the stonework, you're uncertain from which direction. I'm going to need each of you to make a listen roll.
What?
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen.
I need a 37. I rolled a 64.
Nice.
Typical Roy, never listening to anyone or anything. Oh, balls.
I needed a 40. I rolled a 1.
She
It's
hears
a
dead people.
soft success.
All right, so
Failure. Not good enough.
My ears go.
we are into combat, guys.
Combat guys.
Combat, guys. So I'm going to show you what you are up against.
Oh, Judas. Where's that coming at? Oh, what are those? What are those? I know what those are.
As it drops down from the ceiling above onto you, totally surprising Roy.
It's the gray
Raph
dog.
could take that thing.
It's not a dog.
And so it has a dexterity of 65.
80.
65. I have a dexterity of 65.
You do, Pippa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Roy has
Where'd
an
you get the
80.
5 from?
I don't know. I don't even know what we're playing.
Yeah, I don't know how you would have a dexterity of 65, but
Did I
okay.
read it right? No, it says dex 65.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It's all good. Yeah. Oh, shit.
I'd beg to differ. It is
Yeah,
not all good.
I don't think
It is far from being all good,
It's
sir.
all good, sir. So, Roy, you're obviously going to be surprised this round. And
Sucker.
what it's going to do is it's going to get basically a bonus die with 2 attacks versus you. And it has 3 attacks per round. Claw, bite. And it's going to claw and bite you. Now, the bite is fun because if it succeeds the first time, then it's basically going to worry you. It's going to like latch on and hold on to you and just worry you a little bit. So that's
shnikes.
also fun, I think. I think it's fun.
Can somebody can I get a TPK in chat? Can I get a TPK in chat?
So
Toilet paper,
we're going to go ahead
Andy?
and take care of that first because he's going to get the jump on you. And then because you and...
Thank you for the F's in chat.
So
I
he's going to
appreciate
get you
support.
a claw, Pippa.
Even with my critical?
Yeah, with your
get no specialness?
critical. Well, basically, he's going to get a negative die, a penalty die. How's that?
Okay.
With the claw.
Yeah.
So we'll do it
A
the other way.
D100 penalty die.
Mm-hmm. Because that's actually a really great roll. Well done. So here we go. It's going to claw on poor Roy first. So.
Oh, Roy. I was kidding. But I think we're
This
in
is
trouble.
a surprise. So it's going to basically
Kill me in
you
one
can't
hit.
really you can't defend against it. Okay.
You got to
So
blow out the candles to
yeah,
take
this
it.
is going to be that with a bonus die. So it's going to go ahead and roll. It rolled a 40, needed a 50, but
Other way around.
Other way
It
around,
needed a
yep.
40, it rolled a 50.
Yep, needed a 40, rolled a 50, and it's going to roll a D10 bonus die. So that makes it 80. So the claw missed. Now it's going to try for the bite.
The claw.
It needed a 40, rolled a 93, but it gets a bonus die on this. So, and it's an 83. So you somehow managed to escape.
Somehow.
He matrixed
How
his
the,
way out.
how the hell that's going to do? Now watch, it's going to hit Pippa, even with the penalty
shocker,
die.
right?
With
Yeah.
the penalty die. So it's going to be a
Awesome
claw
sauce.
on Pippa. So I roll. Well, I roll
Penalty
I,
die. penalty die.
I needed a 40. I rolled a 2. But I need to roll a d10 for the penalty die. And I roll, so that would be a 42. So that is actually a miss. Yeah. So you got a little lucky there. So it lands between the two of you and lashed out at you, but you clearly, thanks to Pippa's great instincts,
I shoved Roy a bit as I pushed.
You killed me.
You killed him. Yep.
You shove him onto the third rail.
Onto the third rail.
So now we're into the actual round, and so Roy, you got the ups now.
You got the yips.
Hold on. Let me make sure I haven't lost any weapons. Okay. I'll draw out, just because I was able to dodge it, so I don't think I'm that, thrown off by it because I was able to dodge it and see it there. So I'll pull out my trilby gun and
nice
shoot at her.
All right, you gonna do just one shot?
Yeah, just one.
Just one. Okay, so this will be a normal shot, and it is point blank, so it can only dive for cover or do nothing. Those are the only two options it has. And so what it's going to do is do nothing. So go ahead and shoot.
I needed a 53. I got a 45. That's a success for 11 damage.
Nice. So it takes the brunt of your bullet, and you shoot it in the midsection, let's say, and the bullet goes straight out the other side, and you can see that the interior of this thing is desiccated. There's like a puff of powder that comes out like dust, almost as if you had shot something that had been stuffed.
Oh,
what do you call that,
like
Brian?
a teddy bear.
Like a
taxidermied.
Taxidermy, like as if it had been a taxidermied creature of some sort. Just desiccated.
Yeah.
So it actually only takes 5 damage.
Yeah, round down.
That's still pretty decent. And yeah, so that's pretty good. So you got one. That's a 6-shooter, right? So you got 5 left in the chamber.
Yep. Let me
Nice.
update that. I'll forget.
Nice. Yeah. So it appears to be quite perturbed by this. It didn't really appreciate that. It feels a draft, and it hisses at you. I'm going to need you to make a sanity roll, please.
You'd think I'd be used to this kind of stuff by now.
You think so, yeah.
Oh,
And
the
you are.
first ever sanity roll success.
You're
I need
fine,
a 40
baby.
and a 36.
You're
All of a sudden,
fine.
all your sanity's refilled.
So, yeah, while we're at it, go ahead, Pippa, why don't you roll some sanity as well?
I'm good.
As you see,
I appreciate
this
the offer,
thing
though.
take some damage that it probably shouldn't still be
This
standing.
is going to be interesting. Why do I always
You're
have a
gonna
hard
be
time finding the
interesting.
sanity
You're
there?
very interesting, Pippa.
Oh, cool. Needed a 74. I rolled a 49. I'm good.
So, Pippa, you, having immersed yourself in this occult stuff and spells, you
Hot
start,
dogs.
and having gone through the Madame Starbuck situation, this does not come as a huge surprise to you. Plus, you've already heard of the Grey Dog, so you kind of know that this was probably what was going to be on the other end of that howl.
Yeah, I just didn't realize that he was being controlled. That would be the only thing that would have surprised me.
So we're going to go ahead and let Pippa go now.
Oh, I'm going to cast Rack.
All right. So remind us what Rack does.
Nothing, because I can never roll the right dice. But in theory, if it works, I have to oppose the other person's power, and it's within 10 yards.
Okay.
So any enemies within 10 yards are affected. Pain afflicts the victim with blisters, fluid, bloody eyes, causing temporary blindness for 1d6 rounds, and completely helpless for 3d10 minutes.
Okay, so this is just a pow on pow, right?
Yeah,
It's
we
a
have to roll.
powwow.
Powwow. It's a powwow. All right.
Powwow. What's
Okay.
their power?
Let me see. Give me 2 seconds here. Rack. So this is going to cost you 3 magic points and 1 sanity.
Yes.
And it's going to cost a round to cast, it says. So it's actually not going to kick in until next round.
Okay. Oh, I got to go over here for
1 round cast time.
It won't let me change the magic points.
Oh, it won't?
And 73 for the... It lets me change sanity.
I see magic points
you
12
using the box
right
on the
now.
left?
Yeah, I tried both boxes.
You should be able to do the left one.
Should be 9. Nope. Nothing. Oh, there it goes. It was just roll 20 was delayed.
Okay.
9,999. Does that sound good?
All right. So you got 9 magic points left.
You got a lot of magic.
Blah blah
You have
blah.
9,999.
Okay,
Are you not
so
looking at the sheet?
this will kick in next round.
Okay.
All right. So it's a 1 round. So it's not instantaneous. There are spells that are instantaneous.
But I have a fiery joy in my eyes.
Oh, nice. Like is it Lemon Pledge or is it
extremely eager to use my powers?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Love it.
No, you buy.
You buy. Okay. So the gray dog is now going to lash out at both you guys. And it kind of like the way it had it before because Roy just shot it in the midsection. So it wants to lash out at him. And it's going to claw and try to bite him again because it really wants a taste of that flesh. But it'll still spare a nice little claw for you. But this time around, you guys have options. So, Roy, you're first. Do you want to? And it actually gets a bonus die because it's doing 2 things on you. Okay. So
it gets a bonus die?
It does. Since it has 3 attacks, 2 of those attacks are going on you. It's like as if multiple opponents were going at you. So it gets a bonus die. And actually, only the second attack does, I believe. So we'll
give it to all the
which would be the bite
to make it fair.
But you get to choose what you want to do in each way. So you can either fight back, dodge, maneuver, do nothing.
I'll start with a dodge.
Doing a dodge on the claw.
Yes.
Okay.
What about a Chrysler?
So we're gonna go ahead and boom. We're gonna do okay. So all right. So I needed a 40 and I rolled a 28, which is a success.
I need a 45 and I rolled a 71, which is a failure.
All right. So you are going to take 1 point of damage. Not too bad as it rakes.
I'm dead.
I'm dead. As it rakes your arm, the arm that is holding the gun. And you see blood well up through your suit coat. I'm assuming Roy's
just had that clean.
I'm assuming he's got a full suit on.
Yeah. I always assume
With
Roy's
sweltering heat.
Exactly.
I do always have a full suit
I know.
on.
I love it.
All right. So it enjoyed that, and now it's licking its lips, and it's looking at that arm, and it's like,
my lips?
I want to taste
2 lips.
blood. And this time it gets a bonus die. What do you want to do on this?
I've decided that fighting is for pussies, and I'm going to try and pistol whip it. Or dodging, not fighting.
I knew
dodging.
what you meant.
Dodging is for pussies, and I'm going to pistol whip it.
All right, so you're going to fight back. This will be a brawl, basically, fighting brawl.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll that, and I'll roll mine. All right, I needed a 40. I rolled a 17, which is a hard success. That's with no bonus die. So I'll roll my bonus die. It does not improve, so I'm going to stay at a 17. And what'd you get?
You got this. Spend the luck.
What'd you get, Gabe?
I rolled a 54. I needed a 57.
Other way.
Other way around.
I needed a 57.
Nope.
I needed a 54. I rolled a 57, so I failed.
All right. So this time around, it latches onto your hand, or your arm actually, and just starts sucking the blood. So you take 4 points of damage as it just tears into the meat. I'm going to need you to make a dexterity roll to hold onto your gun, because that was the gun hand, you said.
I have a question.
I needed
also.
an 80. I rolled a 24, which is a hard
Nice.
success.
All right, nice. So you kept a hold of your gun.
Would that negate his attack on me since I'm standing to the other side?
Nope.
He's going to be distracted by the blood? No?
It won't.
Okay.
No. So he'll go ahead and do that. Now, what do you want to do, Pippa?
I don't want to get hurt.
Do you want to dodge, fight back?
Can we just make it to where I don't get hurt?
Fighting maneuver?
Roll a critical dodge, you won't get hurt.
Oh, okay. I don't really have fighting, so
I don't have fighting.
So, Brad, you can fight, you can dodge, or you
no.
can.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to work.
You can
it
do
out.
a maneuver.
This realtor knows
the maneuver
magic,
could be
but
like I want to like punch him to dislodge the jaw from his arm, but that's still a fighting brawl.
That's still fighting brawl,
Yes.
which is 25.
Correct.
Okay,
As
so it's
a
pretty
realtor-
much either dodge or fight, or do nothing,
Or do nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with dodge. I'm not just gonna do nothing. He
Okay.
hit me.
Dodge away.
What about a Ford?
I need a 33. I rolled a 30, which is a success.
And I
Dodge
needed
roll.
a 40, and I rolled a 16, which is a
Which is a hard
success.
So
Hey,
you
turn on
have
the-
the damage.
Turn on the cheat box
Yep.
again.
So yeah, you would need to make that a 6 to make
Okay.
that escaped. So you could potentially spend 24 points
Don't
of luck
do it.
to change that.
How
roll.
can I just type a 6 where the 30's at?
Sure, you could, but it won't do anything. So I assume you won't do that.
Is that, even though I got a success, it just negates and it's still 4 damage, or does that lower the
yep.
damage because I got a
No, it
success?
doesn't do
Okay.
anything to the damage.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yep. So that is going to be 4 damage to you. Luckily, that's not 5 in one go. What
It
is
doesn't matter. I've got one more hit and I'm out.
Cool. How many points do you got left?
5.
Okay. So that's not even half of your normal hit points. So that's good as well. So we don't have to do any constitution, and make sure you keep your feet.
Right,
All that
right.
kind of fun
Yeah,
stuff.
and I can still cast my spell. Hopefully I can cast my
Yes.
spell.
So the next round is Gabe. I'm sorry, Gabe. Roy.
I'm sorry, Roy.
Gabe.
And Roy, tell us how much hit points you got left.
Rocky?
I have 5 left.
Me too. High five.
All right.
Oh, my face.
High five. 5 points left. Got it.
All right, clearly brawling is
Survivor.
stupid, so I'm gonna go back to the gun.
Nice. And
Take
we
another shot.
okay, we're taking another shot, and he's going to dodge.
I needed a 53. I rolled a 17, which is a hard
Ooh,
success.
Nicely
Nice.
done. So
For 10 damage.
yeah, he's actually going to roll a dodge here to.
Jeremy's getting the special
Gonna
dice.
roll a
out.
1.
He's making sure his cheat box is turned on.
All right. So you already said what you had, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I needed a 40. I rolled a 45, which is a fail. So the gun. Tell me how you dispatch this guy.
So I'm sort of rubbing, I guess with my other hand, rubbing the top of my arm, just kind of brushing it off where it was, and then as I'll jimmy it out, I'll just pull my gun and aim it dead blank into its forehead and fire off.
And you see the head just explode. Dust and what appears to be mold drifts through the air, and the body that had been, the mouth that had latched onto your arm just moments ago, the jaw just sort of creaks open and clatters to the ground into the gravel, and the body flops down dead.
Fatality.
Babe-ality.
And babe
I get that reference.
Is Choo Choo still in the area?
You hear behind you,
Another howl.
"What are you idiots doing down there? I told you the left tunnel, not the right one. The right one was the wrong one."
Is that Choo Choo?
Yeah, and you turn around and see Choo Choo maybe 50 feet away with a flashlight in your direction and a Luger in his other hand. Clearly, he'd been ready to potentially enter the fray, but Roy took
Well,
care
I'm
of
too
it.
worked up. I've got to cast rack.
Oh, Are you guys okay?
We are now.
The hell?
I
You're
start to
bleeding.
glow and shake, and I float up into the air.
Why did you lead us down this
Wow.
route? Oh, and he stumbles up into the encounter and looks around, looks at the thing. Is that what I think it is?
That's your gray dog.
And he goes up and he gives it a tentative kick. The body flops. Well, that looks a little
Jerry
different than the
Lewis.
one I saw.
Oh.
I'm thinking there's more than one of these things out here.
I'm thinking you're right. Hey, what's that in your pocket? Something glowing.
Zip.
And Roy, you
I'll
look
reach into
down
my.
to see that the artifact that you had sticking out of your pocket, the scepter, is softly glowing.
Oh no, I'm just happy to see you.
That's a weird flashlight if I ever saw one.
Yeah. And I'll pull it out and sort of just kind of be in awe that I have it still.
What are you gonna do? Lead a band later?
Something like that.
Well, hey, Missy, you don't look so good. How's that scratch doing? Oh, well, that's bleeding pretty good.
It's
God,
I'm just staring at him with dead, hollow eyes.
Hey, buddy, I think she's in shock. Hey, come on, guys, you guys went down the wrong tunnel. I clearly said left. I mean, if you go back and listen to the tape, I clearly said
Choo-choo.
left.
Where did you see the other one?
I told you it was back at Grand Central. That's where I saw it originally. I didn't think it'd be down over this way. But look, buddy, she's in shock. Hey, just come on, guys. Let's get over to the 76th Street station. There's bound to be a first aid kit and hopefully a call box that still works. I don't know. I haven't been there so long, but you guys, we gotta get the hell out of here.
She'll
Lead the
be
way.
fine. Let's go.
All right, come on.
As he steps in front, I'm going to reach my hand over to Roy's jacket and just do a single tug to let him know to stay on his
Oh.
toes.
And I'll
I still don't
tiptoe through
trust
the
Choo-Choo.
sewers.
He disappears. We get attacked. He comes back at a
Tiptoe
convenient
through the
time with a
tours.
gun.
And the old man trudges back the way he came and waits for you at the fork where you took the wrong tunnel. Come on, guys. It's not too much further, I know.
I float along.
And I'll follow,
So, Rocky, back to you, buddy.
Hey.
Hey, yo, Rocky. It's a Rocky over here.
Good job, Roy.
So, Tomislav breathes his last, and Maria shakily stands up and looks at you with not helplessness. She seems to be a capable person, but waiting for you to answer her question. Where is Pippa?
Have they met?
They have not.
Okay, I was wondering.
But she
You have
already
not met this
introduced
person.
herself.
You
Right,
never met
right.
Pippa?
Wait, I thought I was Pippa.
Well, to Tomislav you were, but not
till
to
a couple
anybody
minutes
else.
ago. Yeah, now you're back to
Maria
yourself.
knows who Pippa is. They've
Yes.
met. You're
That's why I was
Rocky,
wondering.
right?
Yes, I am.
I think she mentioned you, and of course, it's the room is in your name, so
Last I heard, they were going to meet up with someone at where was it? Grand Central, I believe.
why?
Something about meeting someone named Choo Choo.
That
We were following up on a lead about something that someone had seen down in the tunnels, I believe.
down in the tunnels? You mean the
Yes.
subway tunnels?
Yes. Its whole mystery seems to revolve around the seedy underbelly of New York.
Oh, I was afraid
Pork
of
belly.
that. I think your friend might be in trouble.
Surprise, trouble tends to find them more often than not.
I think we would be wise to get to them as soon as possible. They may be in need of our help. I can sense it. Don't ask me how.
How?
You insist. However, I do need to make one stop first, as I am currently unarmed, and I really don't wish to wander into any kind of battle with just my bare hands.
Well, I do have something you might be able to use. You're not in possession of the artifact, are you?
No, Tomislav jumped out the window with it, and it was retrieved by
We're-
one of those dog things.
Should we try to track it down? That could be exactly what he was trying to get.
We could go after the dog, but I have a sneaking suspicion I know where it's going.
Where?
Who?
You ever heard of an artist goes by the name MRGLD? Marigold.
Yes, I believe I've heard of them.
I happen to know where she lives, and I was there earlier today discussing the artifact, and she seemed very, very interested in it.
Why would she want something that would...
I mean, her last name is Odebrati, and the scepter is carved with the name Odebrati. She
Oh
did
my
say it was
God,
made by her family.
that makes sense. I'm sorry. I was working with Pippa's father and Charles Blaine years ago, and I believe I remember them saying something about it was some kind of weapon to be used against. Well, the text said something like grave plundering flesh eaters.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I mean, if you knew there was one thing out there in the world that could end you and you knew where it was, I'm pretty sure you'd do anything to get your scrappy little paws on it.
I agree, and I think we need to find it as soon as possible.
Well, then, we might want to make a stop by 556 Broadway.
Okay, let's go.
Taxi.
Like I said, I might need to... Is there a
Yeah,
pawn shop near here?
I'm sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. Must be the beer I've been drinking.
Do you have the scepter on you? No.
I have something that you might require. And she darts into the hotel. Just a moment, I'll be right back.
And I never see her again.
You never see her again.
Get out of there.
And a few months later,
You've been
she comes
punked.
out. She looks left and right. And already there are people gathering around Tomoslav's body.
Taking
And
his
you can hear
wallet.
sirens in the distance. And she comes up to you and ushers you away from the scene and slips something into your hand. Here, I think this will be of use. And you look down to see a Walter PK. Is that a thing?
Yep.
Isn't it Walther?
Walther.
Walter. I think it's called Walter. Yeah.
Walther.
Yeah. I think they pronounce it Walter.
Mike.
Walter PK.
PPK.
PPK.
So-
And it's let's say it's a 10-shot clip.
Chambered in 380 or 22 long rifle, your choice.
Your choice. But you have 10 rounds. So go ahead and make a note of that. And I don't know if you've got the stats on that as far as damage.
I had a link saved at one point that was like a big table of weapons.
Yeah. I've got it in the Keeper's Rulebook, but I didn't want to look it up real quick. Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, I don't know.
7th edition. Walther PPK.
It does 1d100 damage.
Right?
I saw that.
Yeah, pretty sure. Atomic Age. Let me see here.
For every bullet, it replenishes 2.
Where's a Walther PK? Let me see.
Ooh, here we go. Found a weapons table.
I heard that it launches grenades.
Handguns.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Yeah.
That only hurt enemies.
Boom, boom.
Well, yeah.
So 30.
Obviously.
And we'll go ahead. You go ahead and look that up if you wouldn't mind, Matt. And we're going to switch back real quick to those guys.
Switch back.
So Rocky and Pippa following Choo Choo.
Mm-hmm.
You advance warily down the left tunnel, skittish to every minor noise of shifting gravel or the faraway hum of trains, glancing nervously at your own wavering shadows thrown against the walls, which become narrower and more cluttered with fallen debris. Then, suddenly, the underground corridor ends at a bricked-up archway which is partially collapsed. In and through, Choo Choo explains before ducking to the other side.
Huh. Like half walled up.
Like, yeah, it used to be walled up and then it
Mm-hmm.
collapsed from some point, for some reason.
Cover me, Roy.
And I'll
Are we
take off
doing
my
fanfic for Obsidian?
Mm-hmm. I'm cold. I need a blanket.
where's my diamond pick?
Yeah.
So you guys follow through.
Yep.
Beyond is a sight you had never expected to encounter.
Hot dog vendor.
A
Hot dog,
shady
get the hot
alleyway,
dog.
back alley, hot dog vendor. No.
Definitely haven't had these all week.
A nearly pristine white-tiled subway platform running just 60 feet and eerily doused in periwinkle blue by a single bulb overhead.
Ooh.
Electricity's still running through here, Choo Choo mumbles. Gotta be a good sign. He hoists himself up onto the elevated station surface, extending a hand to help you up as well. Despite his energetic progress so far, you can tell he's out of breath and sweating. He shrugs. Damn diabetes. I'll need to get some sugar in me for too long. Just need to rest a minute. You go ahead. Station office should be through there. He motions toward a single closed iron door set in the center of the station wall.
I've been just happened to be sharpening my candy cane so I can get some sugar in him.
I'll sort of have my gun drawn and slide and like
Hey,
just
hey
sort
Roy,
of-
there's no sort of.
Yeah.
I'll have my gun drawn.
He's doing this. Maybe.
But the next thing I'm gonna say sort of does apply, so I'm gonna keep it in.
Not sort of.
I'll have my gun drawn and shyly open the door.
Pippa, what are you doing?
I'm gonna kind of stand sideways behind Roy
Kind
as
of?
he's. Yeah.
Cause not completely sideways, you see.
Right. Yeah. 43-degree angle behind Roy, and I'm going to constantly keep an eye on Choo Choo.
All right. So the door opens with surprisingly little effort and noiselessly, as if the hinges are kept well oiled. You shine your flashlights into the unlit space, dust motes dancing in the musty air. Beyond is a moldering arcade of a bygone era. Gray and brown brick gone dull, arched high overhead to a ceiling bedecked with faded mosaic artistry that depicts a rural grassland festooned with dog violets, foxglove, toadflax, and black-eyed Susans. In this spacious chamber, rusted turnstiles stand sentry in a metal wire fence to the left. Though these can be easily circumvented via a partially open gate that is missing its padlock. To the right is a shadowy archway that still bears the universal symbols to indicate a restroom. Directly across is another door, another closed iron door marked private.
Shouldn't that be the bathroom?
Privates.
You have to have at least 2 to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm definitely
Bring a
going
friend.
to the private door.
Yeah. Again, I'm following, keeping an eye back towards where we came in.
All right. So Roy takes the lead, shuffling through the gloom, flashlight dancing along the walls and the ceiling. And as you progress, obviously the turnstile and the entryway, the shadowed entryway to the right, you see your own shadow sort of dancing along those walls, playing against the walls. And you make your way to that door that says private.
Mm-hmm.
And I open it.
With a shuddering sigh, the door to the station master's office swings open. Your torch beams play along the surfaces of cobwebbed walls and barren floors until they pick out the room's lone occupant. A skeleton, seated in a chair, backed up against a support beam, dressed in a tattered trench coat and a dust-laden fedora hat. Rocky. So, you now are in possession of a Walter PK, which does how much damage?
So from what I can see
100.
from a quick Googling, PPKs are chambered in 380 ACP, which is more or less the same round as a 9mm. So I just pulled stats from a standard 9mm,
Cool.
which means this thing does... I have it set. I do 1d10 damage, and I can do up to 3 attacks per round.
Got it.
2d100s.
Sounds good. And you know that if you take more than one shot, they're all at penalty dice.
Mm-hmm.
Just FYI. But yeah, that sounds good. You've got 10 rounds for that. So yeah, where to?
Going to take a second to look at the gun, look it over real quick. You know, slide magazine in, slide back so that it's loaded.
Feels good. Feels good in
I'm
your
going
hand.
to slip it into my waistband and under my suit jacket, so that,
Wow.
under my shirt, so that nobody knows it's
Humble
there.
brag.
Oh!
The safety's on. I'm not that stupid. And I'm going to turn to Maria. Like, well, I guess we better catch ourselves a cab unless you know a faster way to get to Broadway.
Honestly, no. Cab is the best way to go. Are we
All
going
right.
to Broadway?
Taxi!
So where were you guys headed?
We were heading. I was going to head back to Marigold's
Marigold's.
place
Oh, gotcha. Back in Soho.
on Broad.
Yep.
Yeah, back to Soho.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So yeah, you easily catch a cab and make your way back to Soho.
Took 11 minutes.
And he drops you off just a couple buildings away.
Right, so if memory serves, we're just a little down the block. Be careful. Saw a bit of what she had inside, but who knows what else is hiding. And I'm going to walk down the street towards 556.
Okay.
2,
Yep,
3.
you're there in front of the building.
I'm gonna make sure no one's. I'm gonna make sure we're not directly being watched. I want to make sure she's not like expecting us.
Okay, how about a spot hidden? Sounds like a spot hidden to me.
I needed a 62. I rolled a 79. That's a failure.
So you scan the
79.
building, the front of the building, and again, the second level is blacked out. All the windows are blacked out. And it looks like it's just, there's not much going on.
All right. Has the I'm trying to remember. It has the fence chain. Was it a chain link fence out front?
No,
there was some
there was
sort
a barred door, a barred sort
Okay.
of protective gate door, I guess.
Not a barred door.
Yep.
Oh, there's a horny guy with a loot.
Yeah, there's a barred door in front of the regular door.
All right, so I'm gonna walk up to that barred door, and I'm going to grab the handle just to see the off chance. She probably wouldn't be that dumb, but
It
see if it's
actually is unlocked.
She's expecting you back with the
Unlatched.
artifact.
She is that dumb.
all right. Halfway there, and I'm gonna go for the main door and turn the knob and see.
And as you do so, Maria behind you goes, "What's that?" And she's pointing at your feet.
It's a welcome.
Oh, but then by all means, go in. And you look down to see a streak of familiar black fluid.
Got a transmission leak.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Don't look at chat.
Look at chat. Okay.
Pay attention to the game.
Going to pull the gun out, safety off in one hand, and I'm going to kind of stand to the side, and I'm going to
Kinda?
twist the doorknob and try and push it open from the side. So when the door opens, I'm off to like the right hand side. I'm not directly in front of it.
Pulls Margaret right in front.
The front
You stand
door
here.
is also unlatched, and it swings open freely. Go ahead and give me a spot hidden, please.
Must be IP's house.
There it is. I needed a 62. I rolled a 4. That's an
Nice.
extreme success.
So you quickly scan the ground floor, pointing your gun inside and also up at the stairwell that leads up to the loft. And there's something not quite right from when the last time you came. The penny's gone. No.
Oh,
Damn it! And it takes you just a moment to even recognize what's going on. But it was the penny all along. It was the pennies we earned along the way.
It was the friends we made along the way.
I knew it.
But towards the back of this huge storage room, there's an easel that has been shifted from the last. You were only here a couple hours ago. Not even, maybe like an hour and a half, 90 minutes ago. There's an easel towards the back that is shifted, and also a very large crate.
Well, someone's been moving some furniture, and I don't like the looks of that.
What do you mean?
They're going to ask us for help. Run.
If they ask if you have a pickup truck, say who.
Help us move. What is it? What? You seem disturbed. Even more disturbed.
Yeah, well, when I came in this morning, everything was set in place, and it looked as if nothing had been touched or moved for quite some time. And I come back, and somebody has quite very obviously been moving things around. Gonna look down, and I'm going to just quick scan and, reach back down the porch and grab just like a small landscaping rock, and I'm just gonna kind of lob it into the room and try and get it far back as close to that crate and easel just to see if maybe a little bit of sound disturbs anything that's there.
It does not. Those stone clatters.
Get the penny.
I'm gonna go for the penny.
Now's your chance.
And I just realized something. I'm going to interrupt the flow here. Yeah. So, Roy, you did not have the artifact. I screwed that
Yeah,
up.
right. I was
So,
wondering if he had
no one said
something
anything,
different. Okay.
but Roy does not have the artifact. So we're going to cut that little snippet out.
Got it.
I
Got
knew
it.
I
But we're
didn't. I
back on
just
track.
assumed you were doing some magic bullshit.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wait a minute. He didn't have it. He didn't have
Your
it. So,
penis is
my bad.
glowing.
My bad. So back to you, Rocky. So the stone did not disturb anything. And because you
No.
rolled an extreme success,
Mm-hmm.
it is only that easel and only that crate that has been moved. Everything else seems to be exactly where you saw it previously.
Gonna lean a bit. Delivery. Anyone here to sign for a package?
And there's no response. I don't think
Is it-
anybody's home.
See, that's what worries me. She very clearly said she was agoraphobic and hated going outside.
Well, maybe she's not outside.
Fair point. You wait here, and I'm going to very quietly just tiptoe like 1 foot over the threshold into the house.
Mm-hmm.
Gun up at the ready, pointing straight back at that easel and crate.
Okay. Yep, you do. And you make your way towards the crate.
I'm gonna start very slowly stepping and just kind of sweeping back and forth as I go,
Mm-hmm.
making sure I check corners and any dark spaces that I can see.
Seems to be pretty well abandoned.
Gonna get right up on, and I'm going to very quickly just side back, make sure that there's nothing hiding behind the easel or the crate.
So there's nothing hiding behind the easel, but there is a picture on it. And it's partially covered by a sheet. But you can just make out, it looks very similar to the leg of Charles Blaine that you saw in room 217. You're not quite certain whether or not this is a photo or a painting yet, but you can see just the corner of it, like 20% of it, thanks to the sheet.
I'm going to spin back, like, so far, so good. I'm going to kind of motion for her to step in. It seems like
She'll rush up to
we're
you.
okay from now. Take a second. I'm going to grab the sheet and be ready for anything. And then I'm going to just and pull the sheet back to kind of
Oh my
reveal the painting.
God. And indeed, it is the same painting.
Huh.
But
I thought Roy cut that one out of the frame when we were in room 217.
it is slightly different. it shows Charles Blaine standing before that archway. But he's not standing of his own accord. His hands have been bound above his head so that he is strung up in front of the entrance, while a massive gray dog person thing consumes his right leg, stripping the bone bare. And also in the photo is I can't remember her name.
Marigold?
Marigold Odebrati. She has a remote clicker in her hand to take the selfie. It is a photograph. And she too has blood smeared on her lower lips. The worst part is Charles Blaine is clearly still alive in the photo. And we'll switch back to Roy and Pippa.
First, let me get a selfie.
Hey!
This
What's
is
up,
going
fam?
on my Insta.
So, Roy, you're looking at this corpse, which is nothing but a skeleton.
No clothes.
Like I
Trench coat.
said, trench coat and
That's what I
fedora
thought.
hat. It
It's
actually
not
manages, or
He's
it
the
actually
flasher.
matches
Indie.
the what you saw in the photograph and painting of Charles Blaine.
Roy, what's in
No
there? What do you
time for
see?
love, Dr. Jones.
Hold on. And I'll go search the pockets of the trench coat.
So
Is there any
Roy
spare
moves,
change in the pockets?
Roy moves into the space, and Pippa, you can clearly see what is
Okay,
happening
now
now.
I can see past him.
Yep. So what do you want to do? While he proceeds to advance into the chamber,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty big chamber,
Okay.
and this thing is
Oof.
clearly the hands of the corpse have been cuffed behind and around the support beam behind the
Okay.
chair in which he's sitting.
Got it. I'm standing at the door with one hand on the door handle in the opening of the door itself, watching out, ready to slam the door shut with us inside if needed.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just keeping watch essentially to make
Yeah.
sure nothing's
Yeah.
gonna pop up in. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Roy, you ready for some reading?
Yep.
And let's make it dramatic. Okay, let's make it dive into this. So you root around his trench coat and find a leather-bound journal with 3 entries. Take your time
They're
on
all
this.
10 pages long.
They're all 10 pages long, but this is your time for Roy to be Charles for a minute. So just take your time.
Roy Charles.
Take your time.
Summon your inner George.
And yep, because this will be the kicker for this episode. So have fun with it. And here we go.
Rubber
La 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 la.
baby buggy bumpers. Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
All right, let's give him some
The
time.
big black bear bit the big black bug, and the big black bear was bugged.
Red
Entry
rubber-
number 1. It won't be long now. Checked into room 217. Sam shouldn't arrive in the city. Okay. Good start.
It's all right.
Entry number 1. It won't be long now. Checked into room 217. Sam should arrive in the city soon, and we'll finally get that murdering bastard Jason Windflower. Tracked him from the Contented Cow, where he murdered those people and pinned it on me. Now he's in Manhattan, been hiding out in the subway with a pack of gut munchers. Ghouls. He's one of them now. I think he's in charge, but not for long. There's a big surprise coming for him. By the time Sam brings me the artifact Maria got for us, the crystal should be fully recharged. Meantime, I've got contacts trying to pinpoint the nest. Entry number 2. No word from Sam. What the hell is taking her so long? Haven't found Windflower's lair yet either. Entry number 3. Got a call from Marigold. Didn't even know Odabrati still had descendants living in Manhattan. Figured they went back to Serbia after they sold the studio to the hotel chain. Evidently, she stayed and opened up her own place, and she has another...
In Soho. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Evidently, she stayed and opened up her own place in Soho. She has another family artifact, something with a bit more juice. Plus, she knows the locations of the abandoned station, where the ghouls are hunkered down. Evidently, the midnight train from Grand Central still stops there, so meeting her there tonight. If this all goes according to plan, Sam will never have to be involved.
All right. Tune in next time as we play another reel of the Lovecraft tapes. All right, guys, we're jumping straight into some recommendos, so let's roll some Sweet D.
Zip.
66.
98.
75.
Nice. So it's going to be me, Matt,
27.
Gabe, and Brian. So I will start us off tonight, guys. One of the first titles to launch along with Stadia was Bungie's Destiny 2. It came pre-bundled with the Shadowkeep expansion, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed running around, shooting critters in this creepy setting, but honestly, I didn't know what the hell I was doing back in 2019. I didn't know anything about this game. I didn't know anything about the lore. And I was kind of put off by the fact that the universe kept changing. Now, cut to 3 years later, and I decided to roll the dice on the Witch Queen expansion after reading opinions of people I trust. And I'm so happy I did. Witch Queen adds several new elements to the game, including a fresh web-draped environment, Savathun's throne world to explore, a game-changing dynamic where some of your enemies are now infused with the same light-bearing powers as you, a forge to create your own custom weapons. Thank you, Crow, R.I.P. Tomislav and Charles. And the ability to create your own custom weapons on the forge, including my new favorite, the glaive, which is a lot of fun. And there's a compelling main storyline with several branching quests, plus an investigation board that posits you as the detective trying to solve a mystery, which is kind of cool. There's like an actual board where you can like put new things and take quests and put new clues and stuff. So it's I like that aspect of it. Bungie has also revamped their onboarding process for new players. So the classes, the main NPCs, and the locations make a bit more sense than it did back in 2019 when I started. Destiny 2 has risen yet again to the top of my routine playlist. And if you're just getting started, I highly suggest you spend some time reading any lore that you unlock along the way, because there are secrets inside those snippets of mythology. And it's that depth of play and the deep lore that have kept me coming back. Plus, if you just want like a quick shooter to spend some time and, twitch your finger, it's actually a pretty decent way to go spend some time. So Destiny 2, the Witch Queen expansion, is my recommendo for this week. Boom.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, Matt, you're up next.
So normally when I do recommendos, I love putting, smaller games out there, things that people haven't heard of, the odd off the beaten trail kind of experience. And That's what I have found for everyone today. It is a game titled Growing Up, and it's not so much a game per se as it is a story generator. You start out your game picking out who your parents are and giving yourself a name, and you get to pick, who you are when you start, and you are born into the world as a toddler. And from there, the whole crux of the game is utilizing your resources at hand and playing several different mini games to build up who you are and tell your story. Whether you want to invest in skills and abilities that make you more artistic, and maybe you'll end up, being a painter or a photographer, or if you want to, hang on until you're in middle school and computers come onto the scene and you start going after that and you end up, the CEO of a video game studio. Is crazy in deep with the decisions that you can make, the ways that you can take your character and create a truly unique story to you. There are 200 plus skills in this game. So you can spend a lot of time really going into depth and making choices either that you find interesting or that you think apply really well to your character as you're role playing. And you make friends along the way as you grow up, and you meet different people based on the decisions and choices you make. And in one run, you might end up, being best friends with someone, and the next time around, you hate each other. There's a whole lot to do in terms of creating these really rich stories that are all driven by you. It goes from when you're a toddler all the way up until, if I remember correctly, when you finish, I want to say it's high school, and you basically get to see where you go for college, and then it's a short summary, kind of going over all your decisions and where your character ended up. And from there, what you do is your old character is now one of two parents, and you start a new character, which is the child of your previous character. And it can become this long running saga where you chain these people that you create together, and every time you go back in, you're creating a new person, a new story. And it's really, the games aren't hard. They're really simple mini games. It's, time management and making decisions, but it just does something so unique every single time you play it. I absolutely love it. And I'm the kind of person that normally goes for like hard, 4X strategy games or first person shooters, but there's just something about the way this game is put together and the way that you can tell these really neat stories that I just keep coming back to. And it's really, really worth the money and the time if you can spare it right now. Like, it's only $15 on Steam. It's worth every penny.
Brian, you have $15 I can borrow?
I could 14 maybe, but
okay.
15.
Right. Yeah, that actually. Thanks, Matt. That reminds me of there's a game on Stadia. It's a card game. Do you know this one? It's like you play a king, and like you have to figure out, like, do I appease the religious folks or do I appease the army?
Yeah, it's called
you know what I'm talking about?
Reigns.
Yeah, Reigns. Yeah,
I play. It's a mobile
wild.
game. They have a mobile port, which I play on my phone every now and then because it's just the gameplay is slide left or slide right.
Yes,
so it's really easy
hilarious.
To just kind of
it's like Monty Python-esque. Yeah, it's very funny. Nice, cool. And I love the fact that when you die in that game, then you come back as one of their kids. Charles II. Oh, shit. All right. Well, thanks, Matt. Appreciate that. And Gabe, you're up next.
I'm going to recommend a wrestling company, one that is a fairly recent casualty in the dick measuring contest that these two asshole companies have been going through in that industry, where they're basically going through and destroying the independent scene. Ring of Honor is one of the 3 best wrestling companies that has ever existed. It had everything that you could want. It's got brutality when you want it, it's got high flyers when you want it, and it has the greatest technical wrestling that America's ever had. It came out of the ashes of old ECW right there in Philadelphia, which is, in my opinion, the hottest wrestling market in the country, and it just ran from right off the get-go. it had established names to help bring it up in the beginning, and then eventually it established its own names, like guys like CM Punk and Samoa Joe, Bryan Danielson, some of the best wrestlers you could ever see. They all came, a lot of guys, great guys came through there, and it's really disheartening that AEW had to go in and murder it. And I know a lot of people are going to say that it wasn't them, but it was. We'll see how it goes, because I know that they're going to turn it into some bastardized version of itself. It's not gone, it's just under the AEW umbrella. But I'm not confident that it will be anything other than a minor league for them. So, in my eyes, Ring of Honor's been killed. Rest in peace. But you need to, if you like wrestling, you got to go back. That 2005 to 10 era is probably their best stretch, but really, up until 2021, I can't pinpoint an era that was bad in its entire history. It's really the most consistently good company that has ever been around. It gives a good diversified type styles of wrestling. If you like different styles, you'll like watching that. It's not as character based as some people would like, I'm sure, but if you're really into wrestling and technical stuff, that's the company for you. So sad to see it go, but happy we had it. That's a Ring of Honor.
All right. Thank you, Gabe. And Brian, wrap us up.
I'm going to recommend a product. Yeah, not a Netflix show.
And our service.
It's Netflix, right?
Yeah, that's the product. It's the service that provides shows. I've never really thought much about insulated containers, like coffee, water, all that stuff, water bottles, all that. I just, whatever, a water bottle's a water bottle, a coffee cup's a coffee cup, until Christmas time, when I bought everybody in my family Yeti coffee cups. I got the tall ones, and every single member, including Jeremy, recently let me know how good they work. And I got one for myself, obviously. I use it every single day for coffee, and it lasts probably, I'd say I can finish it, if I get in a meeting or something, I can finish it 2 or 3 hours later and it's still hot. So I really enjoy that aspect where I can set it down. Where the hell did I leave that an hour later? There it is. Okay, it's still great. So I'm going to recommend any Yeti product, but Yeti coffee cups, they're unbelievably insulated. I don't know how they do it. Cold stays ice cold, hot stays super hot. Just really good all around products. Nice powder coat on the outside, so you got a decent grip with it. Easy to wash, easy to clean. All stainless steel interior. I think triple walled. I don't know if that matters with stuff, but it keeps it hot. It keeps it cold. So definitely try Yeti products if you get a chance. I only have the coffee cup, but my daughter has the water bottle, and she says that the ice that she puts in the morning is still done after her rehearsal at 6 o'clock at night. It's still ice in there. So she really likes that one as well. So try it out. Yeti products. Any.
Brian Recommendo's Being Rich.
Actually, they were on sale, and it was a great deal.
They're not cheap for 100%. Yeah, like the only reason we took the plunge was we had some friends who had a cooler, and we're like, okay, that looks pretty cool. Can we borrow it for this trip? And we borrowed it. We're like, holy shit, this thing actually works.
Yeah.
And so I think we got maybe just the coffee cups or just some Ramblers, just some drink cups. And holy crap, they really worked. And I used it during our last happy hour. Yep. I had a gin and tonic the night, and then finished that up about let's see, it started at 8, so I finished it up at 9. And then it was like a tall gin and tonic.
Tall one.
But with lots of ice. And so I woke up late the next morning, late, and went to empty it out, and that ice was still just solid in there. I was like, holy crap. So it's
they're impressive. They really are. They're worth the extra money, and they're durable. I've dropped mine 2 or 3 times, no dents or anything in it.
Yep.
So
fantastic. I'll second that. No problem. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you prefer. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. Meanwhile, you can find us at lovecrafttapes.com with links to all our socials, including Discord, Reddit, YouTube, Twitch, and much, much more. You can find me on Twitter at lovecrafttapes.
And if anyone can tell me what's in the box, you can find me on Twitter at The Real Weird Kid.
And if anyone wants me to rifle through more people's pockets, you can find me at Lovecraft Gabe.
I'm actually looking for volunteers to let me try out my spells on. So reach out to me at Brian Podcast Now Cast Rack on you.
Until next time, roll for easels.
Weasels. What do those have to do with anything?
Weasels.
He said eels. Eels.
Oils.
British accent.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the tip, Crocy. Appreciate that. Yeah, I know. I was sad that Pippa didn't get the chance to cast Rack. Like, you had it queued up. It was ready to
It wouldn't
go.
have worked.
And then Roy was just like, yeah,
Roy was just
whatever. Magic schmagic.
Yeah.
The only magic I need is the magic of a
No,
bullet
I think
gun.
that's good, though, because if I push Pippa too far, which I'm playing her like she should be, she might be going even further down that dark tunnel. So.
Right. Yeah. I like it. Okay.
I will
cool.
never use magic.
Magic.
Roy
for
will
suckers.
never use magic.
Weirdos.
All right. Have a good night, guys. We'll see. Oh, we're
Good night.
gonna be off next week.
Oh.
Just for folks who are watching. So I'll do a Stygian Oracles next Wednesday, and then we'll be back that following Wednesday. We only have 2 episodes left of the play session, so winding shit down. All right.
Exciting.
Good night.